Rasmalai Mousse shots in 15 minutes only. That too without gelatin, eggs or agar. These are so light, creamy and airy. All your guests will be asking for this recipe, so let's get started. To make the rusk, first let's infuse some milk with saffron or kesar. Crush the saffron with a mortar and pestle, that gives better color. But you can also warm some milk and put some saffron and leave it aside for 30 minutes. Now let's go ahead and mix a few ingredients to make our rusk. We are using full fat milk powder. Please do not use fat free or low fat milk powder for this recipe. We need 2 and 1/4 cups of milk powder. To that add 3/4 can of condensed milk, 375 ml of heavy whipping cream and the saffron infused milk that we made earlier. Mix everything well with the spoon, breaking any lumps as we go along. If we make the rusk in the traditional way, it would take us at least an hour to boil the milk. Keep stirring it continuously till it reduces to half, plus the stress of the milk burning. We will make it in 6 minutes in the microwave. We will microwave in intervals of 1 minute, stirring after each minute till we get the desired thickness. I will show you after each minute what the mixture looks like. Please do not microwave for more than 1 minute at a time, and also make sure that you mix it well after each minute. After the first minute, the mix is just lukewarm, and after the second minute, it is a bit warm and we see some bubbles on the surface. After the third minute, we see a very thin layer of cream forming on top, but the mix is still very thin. After 4 minutes, we start seeing some cream forming on the sides. Scrape it with your spoon and mix well. This recipe is perfect for a party. I made it for a friend's birthday party and I got 42-ounce shot glasses from this recipe. It was a huge hit with all my friends. Now after 5 minutes, we see more cream has formed on top, the sides, and the mix has turned slightly thicker. After 6 minutes, there is a thick layer of cream. Scrape the sides and mix it really well. The rusk is thick at this point with bits of cream. We keep scraping the sides and mixing it really well. You can see that the mix is thick enough that it is coating the back of the spoon. Microwaves have different wattages, so in my microwave it took me 6 minutes, but it can take a few extra minutes in your microwave if it is smaller or has less power. Add a teaspoon of rose water, give it a good stir. Once it cools, put it in the refrigerator to chill. And now we move on to our second step, beating the heavy whipping cream. The whipping cream needs to be cold. In a large bowl, take 2.5 cups of cold heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream has 40% fat, which is what we need to set the mousse, as we are not using any thickening agents like eggs, gelatin or agar. We also add milk powder and confectioner's sugar to the heavy whipping cream, as these help to make the cream more stable and to stabilize and set the mousse. Add half the milk powder and confectioner's sugar when the cream is a little thick. I like to beat at medium-low speed as it gives me more control. Add the remaining milk powder and the icing sugar and continue to beat till stiff peaks form. I beat at the lowest speed after the soft peak stage, as it literally takes minutes for it to go from cream to butter if we whip a little extra. Let's check on the rusk that we put in the refrigerator to chill. The rusk has become thicker after cooling. Scrape the sides and mix well, breaking up any lumps. Use the back of the spoon to break any lumps and make it smooth. Now we are ready to move on to our next step. Now we will combine rusk and the whipping cream. Both need to be cold. If the rusk is slightly warm, do not mix it to the cream as the mousse will not set and will be runny. Fold the whipping cream into the cold rusk. folding gently to not deflate the air from the whipping cream. Keep mixing the two gently till the cream and the rusk completely blend in. You know the consistency is right when it leaves a ribbon trail when drizzled. Use a spoon to fill in your shot glasses. You can also set it in two shallow, flat dishes instead of individual servings like I have done. Each 2-ounce shot glass needs about 3 to 3.5 tablespoons of mousse. I made 40 Rasmalai Mousse shots out of this recipe. You can chill it and garnish it with some nuts of choice, rose petals and work, or you can whip some cream and pipe some flowers on it. This step is completely optional. For the flowers, take cold heavy whipping cream, add milk powder and confectioner's sugar to it. Whip till we get stiff peak stage, being careful at this point as we can go very quickly from cream to butter. I used built-in 2D tip for making the flowers, but you can use any nozzle of choice. You can even just put a dollop of whipping cream on top if you don't have a piping bag and a nozzle. Use a tall glass or a cup to help in filling the bag. Do chill the mousse for a few hours before piping the flowers on the mousse. I had to take pictures for my website and I couldn't wait for the mousse to chill. The mousse has set beautifully and it is so light, airy and creamy. If you like this recipe and would like me to keep bringing similar recipes, please support me by subscribing to my channel, Aanchal's Food, Fitness, Beauty and more. Till we meet again with the next recipe, thanks for watching.